Alright, so here today we're on the Homie Zambina's account, and the legend, absolutely legend, let me hop on today to showcase this to you, right? So he actually has gotten the one and only Red Hood to Court 2. So we're going to see how Court 2 Red Hood does. His gear is not the best because, again, it's fake. This game is a liar. It's rigged, I'm telling you. It's not real that attacker OL gear exists. I think they're all BS. I think so. Because guess what? I told this every video, enough gear to freaking build the next 37 abnormal sets, but none Pilgrim Attacker. It doesn't exist. I think it's fake. I think it's rigged. I cannot for the life of me pull it, and neither can him. He just has boots, and I have boots too. It's like, bro, come on, man. Very, very annoying, but we have a cord out Red Hood here, 10, 10, 10 over here. With the cube, we're running that. Again, the gear is going to be a little bit lackluster, obviously, but it's on par with my gear, so what can I do? It's so annoying that happens, but again, hey, we're going to jump into this and see what we can do over here on interception and what a cored out Red Hood is capable of, right? Because again, you realize now that this is like far from a free-to-play standpoint, yeah? You're at a point of like you invested a decent amount. Yes, the gear is lackluster, so again, don't expect insane damage, but I still want to see what this can kind of do. This is pretty much up there. For the team, we can do a few things here to change this. I was trying to change the team, not launch it. So here we go. We're back into this. I'm going to fix this now. We're going to fix the team here. We're going to remove this. We're going to remove this. Psych, I lied. We're going to keep on this. Again, you could keep Bunny Girls. I think Bunny Girls is going to be great for this. But what we're going to do is, because this is a limited character, I know people in the comments are going to be like, dude, get a character that's not limited. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Free to play, up to wazoo. Yes, there's dupes here, but I can't help that. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? I want to showcase Court out Red Hood more so. But we do have Sugar here. We have, what's her name? Noir. We have Rupee, and we have Dorothy, right? Again, if you don't have Dorothy, just swap out Dorothy. Just swap her out. Put on Litter. Each of those work. It doesn't matter. Just put on whatever, right? I like to use Dorothy. If you want to put on Litter, okay? Just go about it that way. All right, so loading in here. Let's see what our team is capable of. I think they can cook up this boss here. We're going to control Rupee just because I want to be able to take care of those shots. We'll do this, and we'll do this. Take care of that real quick. But yeah, she'll do very good at taking care of those shots there. Perfect. Okay, we're doing pretty good here. Remember, this is a cored out character. This is 2 cores. It's pretty good. So whatever damage she's doing here, she's gonna be doing a lot more in comparison to what I've been doing in my showcases. Again, my character is around the same gear set level, but you know, far off on the core aspect. Where the fuck did that missile come from? I did not see that coming. Sugar absolutely cowering in that aspect too. I like Sugar or Anise are just my favorite characters for Gravedigger. So if you have either one of them, definitely go for using them. We're gonna save our burst. I always do this, by the way. Save your burst. So at this point, you can just burst like this, and then Red Hood it is. Take care of this. Take care of that. Wow. We just see who's doing the most. Yeah, she's doing the most, but Sugar's doing very good, and Rupee's doing very good. That's what happens, man. Some of these characters are cored out, but I mean, oh, come on, no. Yes, thank you. I almost didn't take care of that there. Okay. Pop. And then D. There we go. I had to pop with Noir. Because again, Noir's entire purpose is like countering Gravedigger. So make sure you have her at least. If you don't have her, it's a bit more rough, but if you run like a full shotgun comp like Anise and Sugar, that would be perfectly fine. And also, there's Summer Helm, by the way. If you have Summer Helm, run that. Summer Helm is also 10 out of 10 for this. Let's see. You could probably tank that, yeah. Only Doro died because of the accident stun we had in the morning. Or in the morning. I'm high, boys. Maybe I'm gone today. I can't speak for the life of me. But yeah, very, very good team here for clearing Gravedigger. But how much damage did we pop off with? 18. She did wonderful. Doro did 15, though. Doro's is built different, man. So yeah, if I were to bring a character like Anise, I think that by far we would also do pretty similar damage. Anise is just goated for this content. If you were to bring a character like Drake, she's also goated for this. But for Gravedigger, remember you're at I think type advantage, right? Is this type advantage? Iron is type advantage, right? I might be completely wrong here today. Yeah, weak point. So for this, she's gonna also do like a lot better. So for Gravedigger, if you need a little bit of help, she's your character. You still kind of want. Like, we really didn't technically burst that much with her. We burst one time. But if you still have, like, Sugar and that's your entire team, you can throw her on here and do pretty good. But now I really wanted to show this to you, right? So we're on the free-to-play account over here. We're technically, the reason I'm saying free-to-play is just because she's free-to-play. She has no dupes. She has nothing over here. So free-to-play Red Hood here, okay? I also want to show you this, right? So this is my Sparkling Summer Niece. Drake, or rather, I think on the other account I did Sugar, right? Sugar's a great character. Don't get me wrong. Sugar's a great character. But I do think that this will be a great damage comparison because you have a limited character who's broken, and we're considering this the first Annie unit. Now, how do they do in comparison? This unit has buffed up skills. She has more skills than this, I'll be honest here. But the gear is about the same, and not leveled up here, but that doesn't matter, right? We have leveled up here. So that's there. She also has the buff, technically, for the entire stage. But she is getting buffed technically by, Noir over here. Because, again, you're giving the attack to shotgun users. I think that's how it works, right? Affects allies with a shotgun, 10% hit rate, right? So that's there. Mainly, we're going to see how this team does, and if you were to look at it, Sparkling Summer Niece is going to absolutely demolish here. Here's the gameplay, so I can talk over this. I want to mention my points here, right? So again, I still think the best way to look at this banner is to just get one copy for Red Hood. I saw, like, that's what, Core 2 Red Hood, and she was basically doing, pretty solid. Again, if we were to give her OL gear on that account and do everything, she's going to be very, very good. That is true. She was still kind of, demolishing post that. It's a Pilgrim, right? You're supposed to see, like, huge damage increase. But she was doing pretty solid. I'll be honest with you. She was doing pretty solid on that account. Over here, Sparkly Summer Niece sadly does jump on her completely. If I were to run Sparkly Summer Niece on that account, which by the way he has, I think maxed. I think he has core max or something close. It's maxed in like 3 aspects, right? It's three dupes at least, bare minimum. If I were to show you, it's gonna be a nightmare. It's gonna be a freaking nightmare. Just know that Sparkly Summer Niece that he has is absolutely stacked, and the comparison will be so skewed it's not even funny. But over here, again, it's not that she's a bad character. It isn't. I think that Reddit comment was exactly correct. It was exactly correct for the reason the entire point of her is to buff. If that's what you're trying to say, right? Make her versatile, make her buff, do that. Now, if you want her to actually do that, the buff that needs to happen where they give it to her has to be the aspect that they take her entire burst cooldown and change it for burst 1 and burst 2 to 20 seconds. That's what they have to do. That if you want her to be a buffer character, she has to be able to buff consistently and constantly to be in that B1 category, correct? That's what they have to do. Or you want to make her DPS, then you just give her a multiplier increase. That's it. That is the best way to make this character what the players want it to be. And again, it's not going to like power creep. I know, I get it, the power creep aspect. She'll just be very strong, correct? That's what we're asking for. We're not asking for like a complete power creep. But again, it's your first Annie character. You're 1 year into the game. And you'd expect her to like sort of out DPS characters that were designed just like her. That's the reason people are coming to the conclusion, right? And I still think in the future, she might be pretty solid and pretty good and whatever, but I'm just trying to show you. Right? Again, it's all a discussion. There's no ill intent anywhere. There's no like, oh, he's just asking for a buff or whatever. I'm saying that that's the best way to handle it and make it work, right? Again, you're realizing that, she's designed technically to go against bosses like Gravedigger for the reason of Iron. She's at that entire buff, right? And for the most part, also being not an auto-friendly character, she's not auto-friendly at all because you have to manually burst. It's constantly the case. You always, with her, have to manually burst. So, like, you're having that also as a con. Again, for whatever it is, but whenever the damage pops up, just so you know, Dorothy did, 19 million, something like that? What is it? Then I think Sparkly Summer Niece did, like, 13.6, which is more than Red Hood. And again, we weren't even bursting with Anise, right? You were bursting with technically Noir, which Noir is adding ammo capacity, which hurts, by the way, Sparkly Summer Anise. And yes, you're giving the 10% buff, that is true, but you're technically nerfing her by bringing Noir in here, correct? You're doing that. So realize that now that is the case. That's fully the case, right? But that's my only leveled up shotgun character, and I want to prove a point here, hence why I'm doing it. But again, do what you will with all this information. I'm just sharing it with you. I think that she's still going to be very solid for Gravedigger. If you can't beat Gravedigger, try her out, see how she goes. She is going to be an iron unit and do very good. Also, if you have Summer Helm, it's also a pretty good combo for the CDR reduction and everything. So realize that also. But again, I still think if they were to handle the situation, it's true. That Reddit comment had it on the spot. Make her a buffer, give the 20-second cooldown constantly. If you want to make her an attacker, just give her a multiplier. That's all you have to do. It's a very easy change, and it's not going to power creep. It's just going to be very strong so that she can be used on more teams for solo and whatnot, because you expect the first Annie character to be used on most teams, right? So that's the point that we're trying to get at, right? Again, yeah, just simply put, I'm just trying to, like, give those thoughts. And again, you saw the duped versus non-duped. I would say refrain from duping for now. If you want to do it, but I didn't see too much of a big thing to dupe, right? I think that A2 or Summer Niece with dupes were kind of different. They were built different, right? And then 2B with dupes is insane because of the HP buffs. Remember that? So, 2 different things.